Hello everyone, this is Joshua Cook back here on my YouTube channel, and it's time for my Y&R review and recap for the month of February 2026. Well, the theme of this particular review and recap is as one kidnapping comes to a close, another one is yet to be resolved. And of course, with all the things that Victor's AI has been doing, it's been causing rifts between some folks, and one of them wants to. One of them has made it clear that this is the last. One person has made it clear that this is their last chance to do something good for a change. But it always comes to that ... At what cost will all this prove? They, like I said, it's their last chance. What for one person? ... At what cost? So, let's get to the kidnapping that came to a close. Mariah and her kidnapping of Dominic. She wanted, as you know, Mariah has been dealing with a lot of mental health issues, which I know Drew Carey would say, this is not what I had in mind when I say take care of your mental health. Because he always says that at the end of The Price is Right. So, but that goes, what he always says goes double for Mariah, because she might as well change her name to Randy Orton, because she hears voices in her head, but unfortunately the only voice she's been hearing is, of course, that of Ian Ward. So Mariah had this plan to take Dominic in a quote-unquote game of hide and seek, which unfortunately Devon and Abby didn't like very much. So Mariah and Dominic have been going to all these different places with Ian Ward in Mariah's ear. And then all of a sudden the capstone was that Mariah wanted to take Dominic to Mexico, where Devon and Abby would never find him. And the reason was that why she's done this is because she planted the idea in Dominic's head that Devon and Abby don't love him anymore. So, I mean, Mariah was their surrogate at one time when she carried Dominic, and she even called him Bowie when she was pregnant. So, after she gave birth, Devon and Abby named him Dominic. So, and yet for all this time, Mariah still had a soft spot for Dominic, a soft spot for Dominic slash Bowie. So, Detective Burrows, along with Devon, Abby, Tessa, and Sharon, were on the trail, and like I said, Mariah had plans for taking Dominic and herself to Mexico. And then she was spotted in New Mexico, which is close to the U.S./Mexican border, if I'm not mistaken. So, Dominic ended up going back to Devon and Abby, and Mariah was arrested, much to the chagrin of Sharon. So, and now Mariah's talking about pleading guilty, while Christine, who is Mariah's attorney, says maybe you should talk about entering a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. So, but Mariah said she had a plan, she carried it out, and blah blah blah. But like I've said before, and I'll continue to say it again, the whole thing should have never been a storyline to begin with. So you can tell that a lot of fans are not happy with it, just based on the comments on Soap Dirt's Y&R videos, or even on the Y&R clips that YouTube posts. So you could tell that the fans weren't very happy with all this, and so like I said, the whole storyline should never happen in the first place. Tessa and Mariah should have been working out their marriage problems. Hell, they should have said, you know what? Let's go to counseling. Let's go to therapy. You know, I'm sure Sharon can find a counselor or someone. I mean, a psychologist to talk to them, and then that same person could have a one-on-one session with Mariah. Problem solved. But no, that's not the way they want. That's not the way the writers wanted to do. They didn't want to go that route. They want to have Mariah kidnap Dominic. They want Mariah to listen to that ghost of Ian Ward, that hallucination of Ian Ward. They want to have Mariah committed to a nut house. They want to have Mariah, end up committing suicide if her mental health continued to deteriorate. Next time Tessa would visit Mariah, she would not be like this, because she'll be dead. It'll be like Cassie all over again. It'll be deja vu all over again. But yeah, I know I said it before. I said it again. This whole storyline is absolute trash, or was absolute trash. Should never happen in the first place. Now, let's get into Victor's AI and all the problems that has spawned. So, as you know, Phyllis and Kane took Victor's AI and used it on Victor's own company when Victor had ideas of using that AI on Jabot and all the rest of the abbots. So Kane and Phyllis stole the AI from Victor. They used it on Newman Enterprises and Newman Media. So now Phyllis is running Newman Enterprises and kicked Kane to the curb. And all the while, Victor has this scheme to kidnap Lily and her children. But, as Victor has said to Nikki, the kidnapping is a cover-up, a red herring, to get Kane to hand back all the things that he and Phyllis have stolen. So Kane is considering going to Victor and say, "Hey, if you want me to get back all the stuff I've taken, then prove to me that they're not hurt, that you're not going to harm them in any way." So, and Devon is bashing Kane, saying that he's the one to blame for Lily and the kids disappearing. So, and he even went so far as saying, if anything happens, Devon will unleash hell on Kane. So, and of course, Phyllis handed Billy the thing that he's been wanting all this time, which is Chancellor Enterprises, which of course Nikki runs, or did run, until the AI took everything from the Newmans. So, yeah, Billy is running the show, but running the show at Chancellor, but he and Sally are no longer a couple. So, yeah, Sally is not very happy with what has happened. So, she and Billy broke up. And now, Sally and Audra are working at Newman Media, which is now known as Spectra Charles. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens down the road. So, also, Matt Clark, who was taken into custody after what happened with he and Noah. Matt Clark was arrested, and of course Noah and Sienna, who Sienna left Genoa City for a short time before Valentine's Day because she was in fear of Matt Clark going after her. So she left Noah before Valentine's Day. Now, all of a sudden, Matt Clark is in custody and Sienna comes back to Noah. But I'm sure Noah and Sienna are going to be dreading the fact that Matt Clark will still go after him. Not only those two, but also Nick and Sharon. And also getting back to Phyllis and her running Newman Enterprises, it's caused both Daniel and Summer to say enough is enough. They ultimately cut ties with Phyllis after what had happened. So yeah, they're not very happy with what Phyllis has done, but she has an ally. Surprisingly, after all this, Lauren. Phyllis and Lauren had a little talk, and Phyllis offered Lauren a job over at Newman Enterprises. So we'll see whether or not she will accept the offer or not. Now, like I said, Matt Clark was brought into custody, but then Victor gets the news that Matt Clark broke out of police custody and is back on the loose again. So, like I said, Matt is going to most likely go after not only Noah, not only Sienna, but also Nick and Sharon. And he even offered, at first, Nick offered Matt $1 million to leave town. But now, all of a sudden, Matt Clark sent Nick a text saying the offer's been raised. He now wants $5 million. $5 million. So Nick and Sharon have to come up with some kind of a plan to lure Matt out of hiding so that they can resolve all this once and for all. So, like I said at the start, one kidnapping has come to a close, while the other one is still ongoing. So, that pretty much sums up Y&R this month. So I saw the promo for the first week of March, and yet again there's another kidnapping that's going to be involved, and it involves the Abbotts and Victor kidnapping Jack, or is it another? You have to wonder: is it a real kidnapping, or is it another red herring to try and get Kane to get back all the things? Not only Kane, but Phyllis too. Getting them to give back all the things they stole from the Newmans. So you have to wonder what's going to happen with that. And also, like I said, Matt Clark still on the loose. So March is going to be quite interesting on a Y&R, that's for sure. Well, that's it for this month's Y&R review and recap. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure and like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and follow me on Fanlist, Daily Motion, and Rumble. So thank you folks for joining me, and I will see you again in my next video. So this is Joshua Cook signing off, and I'm out.